Okay, now we will see this topic here, purchases returns, whereby it's similar to sales returns, whereby when we buy certain goods, if we find certain goods are faulty, we can actually return them. Okay, that is possible in SAP. Let me check which goods we can return. Let me pull out purchase order. Okay, I think we can return these goods. 6. I'm going to return 6 units. So no, not the full units, maybe 2 units. Before that, let me check what is the balance of this stock now. The balance is 14. Okay, because I was testing the returns earlier using this PO ending with 91, where I have tested the returns. So I returned 2 units, so that's why it has adjusted from 16 to 14 after I returned 2 units. This is only for testing purposes where I return. So I'm going to return another 2 units, so that it will become, the balance will become 12. I'll return 2 units from this purchase order here. So how do I do the returns? You need to create a new purchase order for this vendor, same vendor, or you can actually copy it. I'm going to copy it. Purchase order 87. Sorry, no, wait. Let me create again. ME21N. Oh, sorry, what is this? What am I doing? ME21N. Choose purchase orders. Vendor is one more additional 0. So now I can choose. I adopt. So it has come here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to return 2 units. Okay, out of the total of then 6 units that I receive, I'm going to return 2. So just make sure, this is a very important setting that you need to set. See this returns item, this has to be checked. Only then these 2 units will be returned, will be treated as return items. Okay, if you don't check this, it will be treated as new orders. You need to check this. Okay, let's see what happens now. I'm going to save this. Alright, saved. Now I go to Migo. You need to go to Migo so that you can send out the goods to vendors. So you do it in the same Migo transaction. You call out the purchase order, and then you see this entry here. It says GR returns, right? Go receive returns, movement type 161. Okay, since you enter a checkbox here, check this checkbox here. Where was that? Returns here, right? Since you check this checkbox here, the system is using this movement type GR returns. Alright, I'm going to return 2 units. Just click OK and save it. Enter storage location. I want to move out from WH1. Yeah, save it. Okay, it's posted. Now we have to do we can check our material. plant stock NY. You can see it has become 12. So earlier it was 14, so minus 2 is 12. You can also check from a storage location. Earlier it was 4, now it's become 2. The storage location WH1. Okay, now we have to do my row, because we haven't done the postings to accounting to adjust the vendor account. Alright, because our vendor account is still not adjusted. If you go to FBL 5N, our vendor account is still not adjusted. Sorry, FBL 1N. Let me check. Okay, still 2220. We will see how this will be adjusted for the return units. Just make sure that instead of invoice you have to choose credit memo. Earlier when we do Miro, it was pointing to invoice, right? So now you have to choose credit memo, because we are issuing a credit memo back to the vendor. When we send out goods to the vendor, when we return the goods to vendor, we need to use credit memo, so that this total balance will be reversed by the 2 units that we return back. I'll show you. Right now, enter, choose W2 amount. I'm not sure, let me just pull it out. It is a 2 units that we are returning, so we need to enter 110, calculate tax, baseline day. Okay, simulate. So all good. The vendor will be debited by 110 instead of crediting. Since we choose credit memo, the vendor will be debited. If we choose invoice, the vendor will be credited. Okay, that's the difference, right? So I'm going to post this. Alright, this document is posted. Let me check the purchase order history. ME23N. Choose the purchase order 92. See what are the entries we have. The material document is posted but -2 because we are returning, and the invoice is posted also -2 because we are returning, right? And let us check our vendor line items. Refresh. See, 110 has been reversed. The 220 is changed to 110 because we returned the goods using this document. Let me check the accounting document of this. If I go to display, follow on documents, okay, this is the document, which is this. Yeah, debited by 110. Okay, so the balance becomes, the earlier balance of 220 is adjusted to become 110 because 220 minus 110 is 110. Okay, alright, so this is how we do the reversal. Okay, just make sure you enter ME23N. Just make sure you enter this checkbox, okay, to denote that this is a returns item, and then you do a MIGO as normal, and when it comes to Miro, just choose the credit memo here. instead of invoice, because we are not invoicing the vendor, we are sending back goods to them, so it should be credit memo. Alright, let's end of this topic.